Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another video into this channel. This is my second sit down video, and sit down videos, like, they make me so nervous because I have to speak. I'm not afraid of speaking, like I am a yapper, but I've been trying to keep this YouTube channel neutral. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing my opinions and my experiences, and everyone is entitled to their own opinions. So I was just trying to avoid like clashes, and this video is like just out of my comfort zone. Number two is I consider myself a very private person. Like everything that I'm going to disclose in this video, I don't think someone can pay me to like utter what I'm about to say. I'm not comfortable with people knowing my state of mind. I'm not comfortable with people knowing like my challenges, especially like private challenges, like ones that I'm currently going through. Like I prefer speaking about something, you know, I'm no longer going through it, you know, because it's just not that deep anymore. But this video, yo, it is 100% outside of my comfort zone, because now I'm gonna have to keep it a back. Yo, I'm gonna have to keep it real. But I think like it's good because I don't know, it will allow me to be a little bit more comfortable on this channel, to allow you guys into my personal life. I think it would be fair for my audience to know exactly how I'm feeling, not to just show like when I'm doing this, when I'm doing that, without you knowing. Like Motanzali wanted the ABC, and Oya Johan. So yeah, I'm really excited for this video, and I hope it goes well. So I'm going to be referring to my iPad a lot because there are questions that I prepared for this video. And the first question is, how has my relationship with God been in the past 6 months? So in the beginning, like both January and February, so I was like on fire for God, you know. I was like so determined to improve the quality of the relationship that I have with God. Like one of my goals were like to just seek the face of God, because that is actually like the beginning, you know. Seek first the kingdom of God and all else. So I was just trying to seek the face of God. Even now, because you know what's going on, I realized that seeking the face of God is not as easy as it seems, because as a human being, your mind is just like overly occupied with things of the world. I don't have this, I still need to do that. Oh my goodness, I need to wake up and do. So there are just a lot of things to do, and you end up taking like the cross on your shoulders on your own and not relying on God anymore. So my highlight, like the one of the things that I genuinely wanted to do this year was to seek the face of the Lord, and I have failed dismally. But I'm gonna try again because I really want to stand on business. So in the beginning of the year, my relationship with God was just like on 100, and then it started going like this. It just started faltering because I kind of lost the momentum that I was on. You know, I don't know how to explain it. To add on to what I was actually saying, because I feel like I want to articulate it better. I allowed people to put pressure on the relationship that I had with God, and it kind of deteriorated our relationship in a sense, because I was doing things out of fear more than like genuinely wanting to do so or genuinely wanting to obey God. It was becoming religion and not a relationship anymore. Because for example, like people would just put pressure on me to fast because they are fasting, or to pray 20 hours a day because they are praying 20 hours a day, not understanding. And I did say this like on my second vlog on this channel, we are not in like the same seasons. You might be called to isolate, but I am not. And because I am not fasting when you are fasting, it does not entail that we are unequally yoked. Because what does that mean? Yes, we are church mates, we are friends, we are, I don't know what, we are all Christians, but we are not assigned for the same things. We are not all on the same season. So yeah, this relationship, it is up and down like any other relationship, to be honest. Sometimes there's lack of communication, sometimes there's anger, sometimes there's just like tiredness, sometimes there's burnout. I've experienced them all, to be honest. Like, so if you are going through the same thing, just know, even me. Also on another note, like I got baptized this year on the 28th of April. Per my life after getting baptized, obviously we all think, oh, after baptism, so mine took a sharp curve, because immediately when you start determining yourself for the things of God, the enemy sits here. The enemy will be like, oh, okay, watch out. Hey, the spiritual warfare, the dreams, bad life choices, just the confusion, stagnation, you name it. Ever since I got baptized, I've been catching hands, you know, because the enemy is really unhappy about it. Like every single time you try to do things of God, the enemy is there to attack you, because what are you doing according to him, you know? So yeah. Okay, so the following question is, how has my living situation changed? For example, transitioning from bloom to Velcom. I hope I'm going to be able to articulate myself well. I feel like I'm two different people when I'm in bloom and when I'm in Velcom. I'm a bit more depressed when I'm in Velcom than I am in bloom, because in bloom there are a lot of distractions. I'm surrounded by a lot of like support system, a lot of friends. Things are a little bit more achievable or accessible when I'm in bloom as opposed to being in Velcom. I've never had to do anything for myself in Velcom because I was always under supervision. Like my parents always did everything for me. When it comes to like simple things like going to town, I get to be top of Velcom at all. Like I struggle so much. Like it's a mega Google Maps when I'm in Velcom, and that's crazy because I've been in Velcom my whole life. But I'm trying to explain to you though, I've never had to do things for myself. Motswadi always had to like accompany me or do this for me. But then when it comes to bloom, that is where I had to stand on my feet. Kabuna. No one was making decisions for me. I had more freedom. I had to figure things out by myself. So I'm actually used to that lifestyle than this one. And I prefer being in bloom more than being in Velcom for a number of reasons. When I'm in Velcom, I'm a bit lonely. Not even a bit. Like I'm 100% lonely. I don't have much friends in Velcom. And then the friends that I do have, it's just awkward to like visit. Like the concept of visiting in your hometown is a bit awkward because I don't like visiting habatu. I don't know if I'm making sense, because and it's just awkward. Oh, your family members are just going back and forth. I just don't like being in people's spaces. That's it. So it's very different. There's just a lot of things, like also like maintenance, simple things like maintenance. I get snaki manga za manala, I get snaki manga za moriri, I get snaki manga za ndinti, I get snaki manga hla za ndieta. And like everything is scattered in Velcom. Like everything is so scattered in Velcom. Like you cannot find one, like everything all in the same place. You find out it's a lot. It's a lot, and things are very expensive here. At least in Bloom, I could rely on students because students live on it like by the maintenance and they're really affordable. So yeah, I also wanted to mention Hore, my life in Velcom. Something I can have the same problems, but I don't respond to these problems depending on which city I'm in. You know, I can have a problem now, but then it would affect me heavily because I'm in Velcom, as opposed to like how it would affect me when I'm in Bloom. I don't know if I'm making sense. I really have a support system in Bloom. I have a lot of distractions. I have a lot of people who are going through the same things that I'm going through. Things are a little bit more accessible. Like you can be creative, you know. The environment plays a huge role in creativity. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I think I'm gonna leave it there before I start like off ramping. Okay, so the following question is, how has my relationship, my friendships, or the relationship that I have with my family evolved, or how has it been in the past 6 months?
God have mercy upon us.
I'm gonna try to answer in general. I'm gonna try to like generalize it in a sense. I'm going to respond like interpersonal relationships as a whole instead of like going direct, because I don't want to give jabs to anyone. One thing that I can say is that relationships, like interpersonal relationships, require work. They require grace. If you know that you're not a forgiving person, I've got news for you, and you want to engage in like in relationships or in friendships or maintaining a friendship that you have with your family. If you're not a forgiving person, I've got news for you, because in this life you need to forgive. You need to have grace. You need to let things slide, you know. So yeah, when it comes to friendships, I've caught a lot of hands friendshipically this year, and I pray to God that this is the last time I ever catch hands the friendship, because friends will finish us. Guys, friends will finish you. Guys, friends will end you. Hey, friends will take you out. Phew. I started this year with 25 friends. I think I have maybe 7 friends remaining. I've experienced a lot of friendship breakups this year. If I were to be asked, like, what was the cause of so many friendship breakups? I was involved with a lot of people, that is true. And for me, I would think, okay, there was a lot going on. There were a lot of people to deal with, a lot of opinions, a lot of feelings, a lot of past traumas, a lot to deal with in general. So it was also our first time. So what had happened is that there was just ne re le bangata, man, ne re le bangata, and it was a little bit overwhelming to deal with everyone individually. Everyone felt the same way. Others felt that there was a lot. So yeah, there were a lot of personality clashes. There was just a lot going on. Another friendship breakup was that I started to realize some of the people that I'm friends with, we are friends by association. So if we remove or extract this person from the equation, you and I don't have a friendship. Some of the friendship breakups were caused by, like, I'm going through a lot, you're going through a lot, we don't have the capacity to continue this friendship. Some of the friendship breakups were I just don't know, we like each other, but we don't know how to be comfortable with one another. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, those were some of the causes of the friendship breakups that I experienced this year. When it comes to the relationship that you have with your family, it's important to have grace as well, maintain a friendship, and understand those people, it's their first time on earth as well. This is the first time this person is your brother. This is the first time this person is your sister. Your parents are people too, you know. Some people, like, they act out of character. Mara, sometimes guys, we are all going through a lot. That's all that I want to put out there. Like, just have grace over people, especially if they mean a lot to you. You know, you also need to decide, whatever that we're going through, is it bigger than what we have? Yes or no? You know, pride should be out the door. If you really love someone, if you really want to continue something with someone, pride has to be out. So yeah, that's what I've learned, and that's what has been going on with my personal relationships this year. The main question is the actual elephant in the room: unemployment. I thought I had problems in the past. I thought I had problems in the past. That is until I started experiencing real unemployment. So what have I actually been doing with my life now that I've been unemployed? And the thing is, I've been doing nothing. You know, like, how does unemployment actually make me feel before I actually get into it? It's so depressing. I find myself, like, continuously stressing about my future, and the fact that I'm doing nothing allows me to stress about my future, allows me to stress about my life, because I have enough time to stress about my life. You know, I'm not getting up to anything. So it's very stressful. Every day you're just like trying to make ends meet, but how kopane, like how kopane, man. O ka re bophelo ba ka ke a tsoa ke robala, ke a tsoa ke robala, ke a tsoa ke robala. Like, it's a lot. That is actually my biggest problem. Like, having too much time on my hands. I feel purposeless. I don't think finances are so much of a problem. They are a problem, but not as much as feeling purposeless, because there's nothing that I'm looking forward to. There's no meaning. I feel like there's no meaning to my life right now, because there's just no obligations. Let me just try to break it down to you. And actually, what have I been going through? We all know that nobody's going to come to save you. I'm responsible for my life. Not even my parents are responsible for my life, you know. Once you pass 18, you are more than capable of making something for yourself, you know. You're more than capable to stand on your feet and just get to business, you know. So I understand no one is coming to save me. I should stand up and hustle and save myself. However, we need each other, because if I didn't need people, if believe me, like, guys, if now I could do anything without contacting anyone, trust me, I would never bother a soul. Now I don't like bothering people. So This is such a humbling experience to say. Guys, you know what's going on with unemployment? Now, allow me to speak. Everyone is hiring, but no one is hiring at the same time. I spend a lot of time on the internet, so I just really know what's going on. Some like organizations, they will post a job post order, but not for the purpose of hiring, for the purpose of putting pressure on the existing staff to work harder, like to put pressure on them. If you're not going to do your job, I am going to hire someone else. Because what I want to, oh, you enter in a job post, over 100 applications. How Sheba, when was this thing uploaded? 2 weeks ago. Is it even possible for a job to have like a post for 2 weeks when you have over 100 applications? Why don't you close it? It's about to go down. It's about to go down. Number 2. People don't understand what unemployment is, because the majority of the people who are advising us are not unemployed. Guys, now please allow me to speak. Moto otafumana a engage in nepotism. Maro otlo blella when as an unemployed person. Hore, send 50 applications on a daily basis. Go out your house. Do the okay, Steven. Steven, have you applied before? Steven, have you applied before? It's my question. Because every job application, apply la musebeti is like compiling an assignment in political science. I've even applied to be a cleaner. My friend and I, like, we applied to clean and sweep the streets. Kamangawu, baresor. Ki sendile the applications of the 20 busiu. Hosane ki tswaka email plus 20 emails. Dire unfortunate. If you are in my situation, and you want to cry about something, just hit me up, dog. Like, I hear you. And I know, okay, Eric is gonna apply LinkedIn. LinkedIn is also wasting my time. Oh, Eric up LinkedIn and I kill up. First of all, you accept the cooking. Or sometimes no apply. Ki advert ya tweet. Come get advert ya F-bob. We are guy. I need to track like kaya. Okay, first of all, I acknowledge your application, but how many years of experience do you have in this application? Experience sharp, but in this position, you realize that I have nothing. One friend of mine once advised me and told me that since I have NQ level 7 and I don't have experience, I should apply for jobs with like lower levels. For example, I skipped level 6, I skipped level 5. I applied for level 4 jobs that don't require experience at all. I think I'm even going to insert the clip here. Tell me, why does this guy tell me, or I'm going to reject your application because I'm not satisfied with the RAMs on your laptop. I'm just not satisfied with your laptop specifications. I'm just like, dog, laptop. That's why I advise in Free State. If you are like unemployed but you're not in the Free State, you don't relate to my problems. If you have been unemployed before but now you are employed, you don't relate to my problems. If you are a student and you are seeking for, you don't relate to my problems. Like, try being my size, Amy. You don't
know how it is.
I think the last question that I'm going to be answering is, how has your perspective or mindset changed during like these 6 months? Like, from the beginning of the year, I always felt I was blaming the government for my situation. I was just like very angry at the government. I felt like the government failed me. They did, you know, but they are not 100% responsible for how things turned out for me, you know, because now someone actually asked me like relevant questions. In my final year, it's not like I wasn't aware of unemployment. It's not like I wasn't aware of the unemployment percentage in South Africa. What was I doing to prevent myself from being in the situation that I find myself in today? So another thing you feel like in that aspect is that it's still like not knowing the right people and not having information. And my course does not give me an advantage like other people causes, because other people's like bias are practical, so obviously they do engage with the work life, and I didn't do that. But it's okay. The question is, what was I doing to prevent myself from being in this situation? Nothing. So yeah, I have realized that the government is also not responsible for my life. Yes, they are wrong and they did me dirty, but still, what am I doing? I can't say sending 50 applications every day. Hi to sika next, because crying about it. Hi to sika next, asking people about it. Hi to sika next. What am I doing about it? So like sending applications every day, it's like, to me it feels redundant. It feels like I'm planting a seed in soil that is not fertilized. I'm taking steps every day that lead to nowhere, you know. I can see that route is not working out, because even on the internet you'll see where people are like sending 2.5 applications on a daily basis, and then they get one interview, and then that interview rejects them. There was also this module, yeah, UFSS 1522. There was like preparing us for like the life after university. Like you should look more into like entrepreneurship. Let's look at class 1.5. 20 of them are gonna like go into honors. 10 of those people are gonna like work for their parents, and then like the remaining bona, like maybe they're gonna be like in the workplaces, maybe 50 of them. But are they all gonna open, like 1,000 people, are they all gonna open their businesses? Like help me understand, like make it make sense. But to buy 50,000, take about 50 billion. Oh guys, I'm in a bad place. I'm in South Africa. Sometimes like I don't believe that there's a degree that's useless. It is only useless because of the country that you're in. That is all I have to say. If you've made it to this point of the video, it means you've made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will leave a comment and you will like and you will subscribe my video. I'll definitely see you on my next one.